Running on empty. A man drove home late after a long week at work. He noticed the low fuel warning light on the dashboard. There was a gas station ahead, but he decided to pass it by. He thought he could make it a little farther before he stopped. Now, ladies, you might not understand, but it's a man thing. He kept driving until the car suddenly ran out of fuel. It shuddered, slowed down, and stopped. It quit on the side of the road. When you're running on empty, problems happen. Many Christians live the same way. We pour ourselves into work, family, and ministry until our spiritual tank runs dry. We keep pushing our bodies beyond their limits. We keep hoping to make it a little bit further. But eventually, fatigue and burnout catch up with us. Sometimes we even become physically sick. But God never intended his people to run on empty. Running on empty is an illusion. Like the car that ran out of gas. It looked good on the outside, but in the inside, it had little fuel. It was running on empty. On the outside, likewise, we look strong, but inside, we're spiritually exhausted. We still attend church, serve in ministry, and fulfill our responsibilities. But we've lost our joy, peace, and fellowship with the Holy Spirit. We're running on empty, and the devil is in our head talking crazy because we're tired. Isaiah reminds us that our strength is limited, but those who wait on God are restored. Why? Because God never fails. Those who wait on God will soar like eagles. They'll walk and not faint. They'll run and not get tired. Why did Isaiah ask the following questions? Have you not known? Have you not heard? Isaiah calls God's people to recall what they know about God. Remember, God is still in control, even when life overwhelms us. Remember, God has not forgotten you, even when you feel no one cares. Isaiah says that God's understanding is unsearchable. God's wisdom is beyond the world's understanding. God may have taught you all you know, but he didn't teach you all that he knows. First, our own strength isn't enough. Our strength has limits. No matter how strong or clever you think you are, we can't carry life's burdens alone. We need God's help. God is our burden bearer and heavy load lifter. God's strength never runs out. He is never exhausted. He never needs a break. He don't need a timeout. Jesus is on the main line 24/7. Tell him what you want. God gives strength to the weak. Pride says, I can handle it. Faith says, Lord, I need you. God is greater than your circumstances. Stop relying on your own strength and depend on God. Question: has anybody here ever needed the Lord before? God restores the weary. Youth may faint, but those who wait on the Lord are renewed. When you're running on empty, you must wait on God. Even the strongest people get tired sometimes. Human strength eventually fails. We suffer physical exhaustion, emotional burnout, and spiritual fatigue. But God rescues us before we tap out. Waiting on the Lord is trusting in him. Waiting on the Lord is praying when the answers are delayed. Waiting on the Lord is serving when you're tired. Waiting on the Lord is obeying when it's difficult. Waiting on the Lord is believing when circumstances haven't changed. Waiting on the Lord is trusting in God's faithfulness. God exchanges our weaknesses for his strength. He doesn't simply just patch us up. He supplies the strength we need. He trades our exhaustion for endurance. He exchanges our fear for courage. He replaces our discouragement with hope. He gives us what we can't get on our own. God helps us soar above life's storms. They will soar like eagles. They will run and not be weary. They will walk and not faint. The eagle doesn't panic when storms come. It spreads its powerful wings and rises above the wind instead of fighting it. God lifts us above our circumstances through faith. No weapon formed against us will prosper. God gives us endurance for life's race. The Christian life is a marathon, not a sprint. And God gives us more than just a strong start. He helps us to remain faithful over the long haul. Even when we're running on empty, if we wait on him, God supplies us the strength to finish well. God gives endurance for daily living. We must faithfully walk with God one day at a time. God's goal or purpose isn't just to get you through today, but to help you keep walking faithfully for tomorrow and the tomorrows to come. In conclusion, many people today are running on empty. They've given everything to work, family, and the ministry. But they've neglected God, who can renew their strength. They've stopped looking to the hills, which comes all their help. And all their help comes from the Lord. When you're running on empty, who do you call? I hope it's not the Ghostbusters. I call on him who is my rock, my sword, and my shield. When you're exhausted, God is still able. Maybe you've grown weary in your faith. Perhaps disappointment has drained your hope. Could it be the devil has stolen your joy? Are you carrying burdens that God never wanted you to bear? Remember God when you're weak, because he is strong. Don't you remain running on empty. God won't ask you to pretend everything is fine. He will help you rise above your circumstances. He wants you to come to him and restore your joy. Wait on the Lord when you're running on empty.